All right, y'all, look at this. Cabbage, onions, apples, smoked sausage, bacon grease. Absolutely wonderful. This is what we're making today. We are frying our cabbage. We're not steaming them. We're caramelizing our onions and our sausage. So, y'all don't go anywhere. Stay with me and Roy this morning, and we're going to make this together.
Grandma Rose.
Good morning, everyone. Y'all see what I got on my table? I've got some apples. I've got a little piece of red onion. I've got some Vidalia onion. I've got cabbage. And I've got some Polish kielbasa sausage. So we are going to do a apple, sausage, and onion and cabbage dish today. This is just regular. You can get the all beef if you want to, but this is just what I had in the freezer. So that's what I'm using today. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn my skillet on. And a lot of you always want to know what are my skillets that I use. This is a stainless steel. It's Cuisinart. And it doesn't tell me what ply. But anyway, it's a Cuisinart. So I've got this one. I've got a non-stick that I use, but it's not a coating. It's non-stick all the way through. So I use it sometimes, and I use my cast iron. But today I'm using my Cuisinart. I love them all, so I just switch around into what I use.
You just don't like to short either one of them, do you, darling?
No, I don't. I like to
give them all their chance.
I do. All right, that is 2 tablespoons of bacon grease that I'm putting in my skillet, and I'm turning it on like 7. And I'm just going to cut my my kielbasa sausage in rounds. You can cut it as thin or as thick as you like. I like mine about like this, just like a bite-sized piece. You can do it in big pieces if you want to, but I like to have everything about the same size. So I've already got my apples cut up here, and if you can see, I cut them in half, then I quartered them, then I cut them again, and I cut them in chunks about the same size as my cabbage. Now, sausage and cabbage is delicious together. Sausage and apple is delicious together. So if you have never used all 3 of them in the same dish, they're absolutely wonderful. So I've done this before, but it's been a long time. And I was watching one of my videos. I don't go back and watch my videos that often because I'm constantly putting on new ones. But this morning, I was watching one and y'all, never but one time have I watched one on a big screen TV. Usually I do it on my phone or my tablet. And it looks totally different on a big screen than it does on your phone. And so I was watching one I did on a Cinnabon cake. It's gluten-free and sugar-free and low carb. And so and it's probably been 2 years since I did that one. And it looks so good. I'm gonna go back and do it again for y'all because it looked really, really good. Now you don't have to put as many sausage in this, and I may not put all these, but I am gonna cut them all up because if I don't use them all, I'll use them for breakfast in the morning. All right, excuse me. But this was 1 pound. I think it was 1 pound. Might have been 12 ounces. But I'm gonna go ahead and cook them all, and they'll be, if I don't use them all in this dish, they'll be ready for my breakfast in the morning. Now, what I'm gonna do with these is I forgot to turn my light off yesterday. So let me Okay. Oh, these are little rechargeable lights. I think I ordered them from Amazon. I absolutely love them. My light went out underneath my hood and underneath my microwave, and we just hadn't replaced it. So I got these little rechargeable lights, and I love them. Now I am going to just cook these until they get like a char on them. So I'm just gonna let them cook in the background, and I'm gonna cut my onions. No, this one I'm cutting different, but that's okay. I had decided I wasn't gonna chop them. I'm going to cut them. This is one, I call this a large, but now some of these Vidalia onions get really big, but I call this a large. So I cut it in half, then I cut it in quarters, and then I'm going to just slice it. You can chop yours finer if that's what you want to do, but this is the way I want to do mine. And Roy and I love onions, so I'm going to do the whole onion because we love onions. And I'm about to put my onion in with my sausage because I want them to get a little caramelized. Okay. That end is always hard to cut, isn't it? All right, I'm gonna put my onions in with my sausage. Now this is a lot of onion, but
It's good.
it is so good. Okay. And you know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and put my apples in. Now that was two just Cosmic Crisp apples.
Medium-sized apples.
Medium size, yeah. They weren't the really big ones. They were about like that. There was two. And I put lemon juice on them after I cut them.
That's already looking good.
I know.
Smelling good too.
So good. I'm not going to salt and pepper this. I'm going to wait and salt and pepper mine. And I'm going to put garlic in my cabbage. Now this was just a little piece that I had left from the other day. And this is one that I bought at the grocery store. They only had 2 heads of cabbage when I went. And I picked the prettiest one, but it's not a pretty head. I like dark green leaves on mine, but they didn't have any. And these have little, if you can see,
Scuff marks.
I save all this for my chicken, for my rabbit.
They've been rolled around pretty good.
They've got little black things right here. And sometimes, come over here, baby. I want to show her. See these little black things? Sometimes it goes all the way through. Like, there's a little bit here and a little bit here. And
The rabbits get them.
the rabbits get them. I don't know what that is, but I cut as much off as I can. And, because I don't want to keep pulling leaves, but.
Well, my theory is it's little pieces of grass, things like that. It's not sand, it's not grit.
No, it's
But
not
it's
dirt.
little pieces of grass during heavy winds that
Maybe.
blow across the cabbage field and get caught up under the leaves.
Maybe, but it's not dirt. You can't
No,
wash it
no,
off. It's
not.
part of the leaf.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just part of the leaf. So, all right, I cut it, then I cut it in little strips, and I'm just cutting it in cubes. All right. Don't know how much I'm going to do. That's a lot of cabbage right there.
That's a lot of cabbage, baby.
Yeah.
Yep. You're going to have to cook that down to get it all in that pan, maybe.
I am. I am, but it'll cook down.
Yeah, it'll cook down.
This is more like fried cabbage.
And you can always ask me to go ahead and eat some of it out of the pan.
Well, I was eating a piece of raw cabbage earlier. I love raw cabbage. All right, I'm gonna cut another little piece because Roy and I'll eat this tomorrow. We'll eat it leftover.
We'll eat it till it's gone.
Oh yeah, we will.
This is good. It's quick, it's economical, it's delicious.
Very. And you don't have to put the apples in it if you don't want to. But we love the apples. All right, that's all the cabbage I'm going to cut up right there. All right. Y'all, this is so quick and easy. You can have this meal done, like that. Okay, I'm going to let my sausage, onions, and apples keep cooking, and we'll be back when I start putting the cabbage in.
Okay.
All right. I was eating some raw cabbage. Sorry. All right, you can see how this is beginning to caramelize. I turned it up on high because I wanted, you see that? And you see that apple? That is going to be some kind of good. And if you see in the bottom here, that's the reason I like to use this stainless steel one. It kind of, this caramelization kind of sticks to the bottom. And then when I put my cabbage in there, it's time to put my cabbage. The water from this cabbage is going to loosen all of that. And it's going to go throughout my cabbage. And it is going to be so good. Oh.
It makes like a roux.
It does.
When the cabbage juice goes down in there.
Using this stainless steel. Yep. Okay. Now, I am not putting any water in this at all. But I am, and I have turned it down to 6. I'm going to put some salt. Now, this is just for your taste. Some pepper. I'm going to stir it up. That's raw as stone, y'all, here. So I'm going to stir it up. Then I'm going to put my lid on it. And I'm going to let this other cook, it took about 5 minutes for it to get caramelized like I wanted. So, now remember, this is not steamed cabbage. This is going to be fried cabbage.
Oh, okay.
All right. I don't want him to steam, I want him to fry. So what I'm going to do, I have no water in here. So I'm going to put my lid on it for about 5 minutes. Then I'm going to take my lid off, and it'll have very, very little water in it. And then we're going to cook them down just a little bit more. And then we're going to have some fried cabbage. Now, I know some of you would say, well, they're not fried cabbage because you put a lid on them. But they are, because you'll see when I get through that they are going to be like a fried down cabbage. So, all right.
Let me just dive in, Rose. I don't have my swim trunks on, but I can just dive
I got
in.
my fork right here. I want y'all to look at this. Now I want to show you. That is fried cabbage. Now
Glazed.
you see, it had enough juice in with no water to get all that caramelized off the bottom. Oh my goodness. Y'all, if you've never had this, it is absolutely wonderful. Wonderful. I love the sausage. I love the apples. I love the cabbage.
The caramelization.
The caramelization. All right, y'all. I get the taste of it for Roy today. All right, I want some cabbage.
I already know how good it is.
I know. I let him taste. Gave him a little taste a while ago.
My testimony to all the listeners is it's wonderful.
All right, I got apple, cabbage, and sausage.
Woo. Now that's nothing but good.
Y'all.
Healthy, delicious, nothing but good.
Happy. Y'all, this is delicious.
The carb load from the apple is very low for
Very
that
low.
that amount of food.
You can put bacon in it if you want to, but the sausage gives it plenty of flavor. And your apples, when you do them like this, they do not get mushy. They still have a little texture. And they're hot. All right, y'all. One skillet, one pan, right here.
Quick,
30
easy.
minutes or less, quick, easy.
Come home from work and cook
Low
it if you want
carb,
to.
yes, low carb, gluten-free.
What can you ask
Absolutely
for?
wonderful. What else can you say? Except food feeds the family, family feeds the heart, God feeds the soul. Make you some of this one dish, cabbage, apple, and sausage.
And forward it on.
And share it, please share. And subscribe to my channel.
And click on that little hand.
That's right. And thank y'all for watching. Love y'all.
God bless.